Oh, it's a double battle? I didn't know. Level 18?
Is this the best Pokemon game ever? I love Pokemon, but let's be real. The recent games have been a little mid. They feel recycled, like a soggy paper straw. But this might be the best Pokemon game ever made. It's absolute peak. Today we're diving into Pokémon Odyssey, a completed fan game Pokémon ROM hack that players are calling one of the greatest Pokémon ROM hacks ever. The story is epic. The gameplay is unique, it's challenging even for a Master Ball ranked player like me, and the characters are actually great. Check out what happened in my very first battle.
Oh, it's a double battle? I didn't know.
This is part 1 of my Pokemon Odyssey journey. Let's jump in. The world of Pokemon Odyssey is completely different. Trainers are adventurers, and they travel from all around the world exploring Yggdrasil, the world tree, hunting for fame, treasure, and multi-level dungeons called stratums. It's giving a JRPG or Final Fantasy vibe. Right away, I set the game on hard mode.
A real challenge.
No healing items in battle, level caps, and let me tell you, some of these fights were shocking. My story begins with our protagonist, Nyx. Unlike most Pokemon games, she's not just fatherless, she's motherless too. Sorry. You start with Plusle and Minun as your starters, and it's not your mom who wakes you up, but an older sister, and she's a high-ranking adventurer who gets you up to start your journey. There's tons of quality of life upgrades I noticed in the beginning, but immediately I get some Pokeballs when exploring in the Fibernia Woods, and there's no need to do a tutorial before you can buy Pokeballs. The Pokemon spread is so unique in this game. It's not just your usual Pidgey and Rattata, but I ended up catching my first partner, a staple in this episode, a female Nidoran, which I named Terra. Shout out to Final Fantasy. Outside the woods is where I found my first regional variant, a normal and grass type Rattata. I caught it and named it Joey, a nod to the top percentage Rattata user youngster Joey. But this Joey isn't a meme. This Rattata is actually goated. It has an adamant nature and the ability Scrappy, which let it hit ghost types. It has Trailblaze, and I gave it a Miracle Seed, and this guy is a beast. After catching Joey, he was left poisoned with 3 HP, and there's still poison ticking in this game. I thought for sure he was going to die, but with Rock Lee-like willpower, Joey survives the poison and heals on his own.
Whoa, that's so cool!
I healed up the team, took a ship to Talrega, but first, I entered a cave and got an old rod and caught our next team member, a Magikarp named Wrath. As I made my way to Talrega, some total jerk bumps into me. But what I love about Nyx, she's not your normal silent protagonist. She immediately calls him out, calling him a stupid bumpkin. I also meet Olympia, a robotic-like purple-haired girl who has a monotone voice. Before reaching the main city, I stopped by the Krabby Club. I see a bunch of people with exclamation marks. I walked around and this happened to be the first guy I speak to, and he starts talking mad trash. Nyx stands on business and so do I. I go straight to the woods where he wants to fight. I mean, how hard could this first trainer battle be? When I get there, he won't stop talking trash. And suddenly, this happens. I'm surrounded by seed dots. This is how I know this isn't your average Pokemon game.
Oh, it's a double battle? I didn't know. I did not know it's a double battle. Level 18?
Then it happened.
Oh my...
Nuclear launch detected. The seed dots start using explosion. I didn't know I was gonna fight a guy with 6 grenades. My entire team gets wiped. My very first battle, and I got folded. It was hilarious, and I lost $88, but honestly, I got a ton of EXP from the auto share. Terra went from level 7 to 11, all according to Kekaku. I head back to the club and realize the other NPCs all give different side quests. Of course, out of all these people, I happen to choose a one guy who wanted to throw 6 grenades at me. On my way to Talrega, I catch another variant, a blue Poochyena, which I named Bluey. In the town, I meet up with my sister and find out that Jerk2 bumped me, Ethan, and the robot girl, Olympia, are my new exploring partners. Yes, Olympia's actually a robot. And I stopped by this area where you could get lotto tickets, and I won nothing. Never gamble, kids. I made it to the Adventurers Guild, and it's just really cool in here. I find a guy who can teach a bunch of my team headbutt, and that's a great early move. I was then told to battle my new team members to get to know them. I'm loving that all the trainer battles are double battles. My first fight is against Olympia. She has a Porygon and a Mawile. My team wasn't well suited to really deal with a steel type. I got a lucky flinch on her Porygon. And then, Joey took a bite from Mawile for over half his health. Thankfully, Plusle's heal pays off, and my strat began. Paraflinching.
Ooh. Oh, let's go. Paraflinch.
A few lucky paraflinches carried me through.
Paraflinch? My gosh, the paraflinch. Wow, and the crit.
This is how a real first battle should be done, not being cheesed by grenades. I get healed, and now Nick stands on business and calls out Ethan earlier for bumping us. And he goes down easy thanks to some headbutts. Before we begin our descent under the World Tree, we're tasked with rescuing a professor stuck in Fibernia, my hometown. However, I noticed there's an area to wonder trade. On a whim, I decide to trade my Geodude, which I named Dwayne, that I caught earlier. I end up getting a Trapinch, which I name Wings. We go to Fibernia and find the professor's loud orange-haired assistant is missing. She was chasing thieves. We enter the thieves' hideout. I catch a Pikachu and I named it Churu, and discover that my MVP Joey learns Razor Leaf.
What? Learning Razor Leaf? That's crazy.
Which is awesome because in double battles, it hits both enemies.
Oh, wow, it hits both. This Rattatat's so good.
We eventually corner the angry boss who talks smack to Olympia. But this is where the characters really shine. Olympia straight up downloads him. She bursts out a list of some of the best roasts ever. Did you wax your head?
Ooh. Oh, this is if ChatGPT started fighting back. It's so shiny I can use it as a mirror.
The guy starts molding and crashes out, and we battle. I lead with Joey to take advantage of Razor Leaf, plus Helping Hand, but his lead Pokemon both resist grass. This matchup is looking bad. I'm already in trouble. He's also actually a pretty high level. He uses String Shot, which is actually useful in a double battle, lowering both of the speed of my Pokemon. I switch Plusle out for Trapinch, thinking he shouldn't really get hurt by bug or poison that much. However, I was not expecting this. Grimer does a bite for half his health instantly. Venonat uses Confusion, and I'm really starting to feel hard mode can give me a real challenge. Then Grimer uses Sludge, and I forgot Joey is a grass type. He takes huge damage. At this point, I'm getting kinda nervous. Both Joey and Wings are some of my strongest attackers. I switch both Pokemon out, and Plusle is surprisingly tanky. Takes 2 hits and is now about half health. I believe they're gonna go for a kill on Terra, and I should be faster because they're paralyzed. I go for a heal on Terra, thinking I should live after, while also hoping for some paralyze hacks to get the kill on Sneasel. I decided to go with that strat and send it. However,
Ice Shard? Okay. Well. Oh no. That's really bad.
Sneasel has the priority move Ice Shard, so even with a paralyze, still goes first, and Ice Shard really screwed me here.
Oh man. I think I need to play around the AI. I didn't think I'd actually need quick attack in this case.
The team continues to go down. If this was a Nuzlocke, my run would be over. At this point, my entire team is in the red. I'm starting to wipe and lose all hope.
Wow. Wow, I actually gonna wipe.
I also learned that Rock Tomb is actually super effective against Venonat and Sneasel.
I know how to beat it again. Get another chance.
Then, a glimmer of hope appears.
Oh!
Paralyze. And a super effective Rock Tomb from Wings. Is this where Wings can save the day?
Paralyze. Live? Do I live somehow? No. I had a dream.
The dream is over, and I wipe.
Wow. Dang. I actually lost.
This game is actually challenging and fun. I'm so determined to run it back. This time with my new knowledge, I Rock Tomb the Venonat right away and Thunder Wave the Grimer. I get a huge paralyze. I decided to double up on the slot, and thankfully I did because Venonat got a high roll and lived. Next up is his ace, the Sneasel that demolished me last game. Joey gets hit with a huge sludge, barely living. Ooh. But this happens. At this point, I legit keep thinking, thank goodness this is not a Nuzlocke.
This game is actually challenging. I love it.
I start to get impatient and want to end this with a Rock Tomb from Wings. I switch Wings in, and he takes huge damage from Bite. But because they're paralyzed, I should be able to go first and end this.
This is super effective. Oh no, I'm not thinking.
That's where I realize I messed up. I forgot about Ice Shard again. Wings goes down, and this battle is looking bad because I was counting on Wings to take Sneasel down. Next, I double up on Sneasel because I'm confident Terra can 1v1 Grimer if needed. After a close battle, I'm left with barely 2 Pokemon alive. And in this hard-fought match, Terra evolves. The orange-haired girl blasts through a wall with a Gyarados, and she introduces herself. I also unlock some cool new places. I explore the rest of the dungeon. I end up catching an emo-looking Elekid that almost kills me because I only had 2 Pokemon left. I named him Noctis. And that concludes part 1 of my Pokemon Odyssey journey. The gameplay is fun and challenging. The world is awesome. The Pokemon feel unique. I love the double battles, and the movesets all make the game feel incredibly fresh. The story and characters are surprisingly well done, and I'm so excited to continue this series. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Thrift Shop Gaming, where we play free-to-play games and budget games and Pokemon ROM hacks. We'll be back soon to finish this Pokemon Odyssey series.